Alright, so you guys have ascended up to the top of the hill. You've climbed over the fence. You've found the excavation site, as mentioned by the mayor. And as you cross over the fence, you see small reptilian figures. They look like kobolds. They snarl at you, they ask you what their business is, and then you hear a cry from the pit. Attack the intruders! We're not expecting visitors!
Wow. That's like almost sock dialogue.
Is that cry in human language or something?
It is in a very broken type of common, and you could understand it, yes.
Okay.
Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get initiative. So how you guys do initiative is, if you haven't played yet, you just target your token and hit the initiative macro, and it'll automatically just throw it into the tracker. Pretty easy. Easiest macro ever.
Look at those 3 crits.
Wow, 3 crit initiatives.
Got my good rolls coming along.
Wow. So Warhuck, you get to get your fix in this week, huh?
I do. It's a good week now.
How'd your encounters game go?
Encounters on Wednesday was fantastic. I got to DM and everything, and got to kill people. Got to play at 18th level Lich against level 6 characters.
That's
Did
always
you
fun.
really? Did you kill people?
Oh yeah, killed them.
Character wrecking bastard. Hey, that's alright.
Unfortunately, there's a new guy that's like been playing for like 2 weeks, and I killed him, his character, right off. I mean,
Wow.
dead character.
What a way to run somebody off from Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow. That
Wow.
is just mean. That is
I
mean.
know, right? Well, that's what happens when you use Cloud Kill. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. So, did you hear anything about D&D Next? I heard that they have a pre-order on a box already.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that Burns & Noble had on their website that the starter box was going to be released on July 27th.
And is it still there?
And it's not there no more. I think Wizards went ballistic on them.
So, wow.
And then I also heard rumors that the Player's Handbook was to be released the day after Gen Con.
Really? Very nice.
Right.
So just the player's handbook, no DMG, no monster
no DMG
manual.
or anything. It was
I
just
don't.
Player's Handbook
I don't
thing.
want to buy just the player's handbook. I want to buy it
know,
all.
right?
All
I
right,
want it all. By Queen.
good song. All right, so first up is Eco the Warlock. All right, now you guys will see on your character sheet real quick, just a quick overview of the character sheet. If you don't know any rules, it's no problem. Everything is on these character sheets. Now, like if you click on, like I'm clicking on Eco right now, you can click on, say, you can scroll down, you can click on Healing Surges. It has the rule or the formula for that. So it tells you, your class and constitution modifier to determine how many Healing Surges you have. So you would go back up to the Warlock, which is at the top. You'd click on Warlock, enlarge it, and you can see everything that the Warlock gets. So this type of character sheet eliminates you having to open up books, PDFs, and everything else. And if you need to know anything, if you scroll down, like in your case, you have at will powers, encounter powers, and a daily power. Now, daily power is obvious. You can use it once a day. It's called Mist of Madness, and this is just on the Warlock sheet.
No, I'm just confirming something. I didn't know about the W, which I picked up as just using your weapon to attack.
No, I'm just letting everybody know this, just in case they don't know. So, like if you look at your daily powers, it'll have a link. You can click on it. It tells you it's a daily power. It tells you if you have to have an implement. What implements are a pretty big rule in 4th edition and Essentials. As for the Warlock, you have to have your rod in your left hand or your right hand, whatever your secondary is, and then whenever you summon your weapon, which is basically your special Warlock weapon, which is a scimitar, I think. I believe it is the Blade of Annihilation. Yes, it is. That's what you'll use in your primary
User
hand.
joined your
So you'll
channel.
basically be dual wielding weapons. You have to have your implement in your hand for the Blade of Annihilation to work. And your implement is a wand. So that is in your weapons section there, Eco. And if you guys need to know anything about, if you want to see what the potion of healing does, you can scroll down to the equipment section. You can click on the potion of healing link, and it'll tell you that you basically drink this and spend a healing surge, and you get back 10 hit points. So everything
User left your channel.
everything is there on the character sheet. All of the skills. If you want to know what perception is, just click on perception. It tells you. If you want to know what second wind does in your encounter powers, your encounter powers are you get to use them once per encounter, unless it's like healing word from the cleric can use it twice, or the druid can also use healing word twice as well. But the card will indicate if you can use it more than once.
I've got a question.
Sure.
What the hell is the sun rod? Is that like a torch or something?
Yeah, it's like 4th edition's version of a torch, basically. It's like a giant glow stick. There's torches in 4th edition as well. They're called ever-burning torches, I think is what they're called. But, I basically gave all of the characters the adventure pack, and they all automatically come default with 2 sun rods. So the sun rods last for a little while. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so there you go. Eco, you can go ahead and make your moves. You see a bunch of
curious.
little
The kobold
slimy
in the front,
reptiles.
Is he added to the initiative track?
All of the kobolds should be on the initiative tracker. I may have missed one, maybe. I don't know, let's see. I think I got them all.
So do the kobolds all look the same, or is there someone who's like bigger or tougher or something?
That is what you guys are going to have to determine. But I will not, I'm not going to tell you which ones are tougher or which ones are not. I will tell you, now there's a mechanic in 4th edition called Bloodied Status. And Bloodied Status means that the monster is at half-life or lower. And what that means is they're half dead. And if it's bloodied, I will turn the token red. So that will indicate that that monster is at half-life or less. Because there's some skills that players get require bloodied status. And so the monsters as well. So if you guys are bloodied status, which you guys can click on your token, and there's 2 numbers. There's 3 bubbles though. Now the bubble on the left, which is the blue bubble, that is the amount of healing surges that you have. That's basically how much you can heal yourself, or others can heal you, every time, say, the cleric hits you with a healing word. You'll expend a healing surge. So I'm clicked on Warnerv right now, the paladin. He has 13. If he had a healing word cast on him, he would have 12 now, and then the cleric would roll an additional dice to, give an extra healing bonus. So Warnerv would take he would spend the healing surge, deduct 1, and then he would take a surge value, which his surge value is 9, so he would heal himself for 9, plus the bonus roll that the druid or cleric give him. So we'll do that as we go, but that's the first bubble on the blue bubble, which is the left. The middle bubble doesn't have anything in it. Those are your temporary hit points. Lots of temporary hit points are given in Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition or Essentials. And what the temporary hit points do is it's sort of like a shield. And if you get hit, say if you get a temporary, I know the cleric can do a strike, Sunstrike I think it is, and give everyone in the group 5 temporary hit points. Now that gives you, an extra 5 life. Say you get hit for 10, you will take your temporary hit points first, and then you'll deduct the other 5 out of your life. And it just works like that. Really easy mechanic. Now the third bubble, which is on the right hand side, that is the green bubble, and that's your life obviously. So Warnerv has 29 hit points. If you get hit if you get hit by 4 damage, you would do -4, just click on the bubble, a white box will pop up over the bubble, you type in -4 and hit enter. You have to hit enter to execute the formula. Well, the -4. It'll automatically deduct your hit points. So that's basically everything with the tokens. Now the rules we'll kind of do, we'll go over the rules as we go. So, we'll be fine. Plus we got Sandman, he plays Essentials in 4th edition. Warhuck, he's a high level guy in my Thursday game. He plays a Sorcerer. So we got plenty of knowledge here that we can help the new guys if you guys haven't ever played. So don't worry about nothing. We'll help you. So, alright. I've gone on enough. Eco, you're up.
I know. I'm just curious about the charge mechanic. If there is one in Essentials in 4th edition.
There is a. You can use Bull Rush. You can use Charge.
Oh, Bull Rush is charge.
Yeah, actually everybody has a card for Bull Rush, so it's just a
It only
default.
says Strength versus Fortitude. You can push one target 1 square and then shift 1 square into the space.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's what the card says. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're missing a charge card or something.
There's no charge card. That's just a different mechanic. Charge doesn't have a card per se. But if you want to charge, yes, you can charge a target, and it does cost your standard action, and you move, and I believe that you have to do it's basically the same thing as Bull Rush. I mean, you get a +1 to attack. I believe charge you get a +1 attack, and then you can push the target 2 squares.
+1,
yeah, and then you can.
If you look in your standard actions, it's got charge in there.
Yeah, the handout right there.
On your actions in combat, you see that pink deal?
Yeah,
Do that. It's right above your weapons.
There you go. Yeah, I totally forgot. Here I was just talking about all the rules being on the cards, and there you go. So yeah, between skills and weapons, there's pretty much all of the combat rules right there. And you can just click on actions in combat.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And the way it works in 4th edition or Essentials is you get a standard action, you get a movement action, you get a minor action, and then you get a free action. So, and then you can take one immediate, either an immediate action or an opportunity action per round. But those are special; those have to be triggered. So, but I'll let you know if one's triggered, or if you know how to do it, you can just do it yourself. So, but yeah, you can charge if you want, or if you just want a Bull Rush, that's fine as well.
I'm just double checking something. Come on, open up. Soul Feast isn't opening up for me for some reason.
What isn't?
Soul Feast. Unless it's already open. Oh, I might have had... Yeah, it's already open.
It's probably under something else. Or you got a range attack too, which is Eldritch Bolt. You can cast that as well if you'd like.
Yeah.
What?
3 spaces forward from where I was.
Yeah, I think they did, Grugelkin. Alright. Oh, and for movement, you can see where your hit points are. 3rd box down towards the end, there's your movement. So, just in case you didn't see it. And that is 5 squares.
That guy at the back.
Alright, so this guy here, and at the very back, right? And what are you doing? Eldritch Bolt?
Yeah, it's a range 10 implement.
Yep. You're probably within 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, yeah, you're well within range.
And D20 plus.
D20 plus your proficiency from your blade, and also your, what is it? Charisma, I think that is. I think all of your attacks are charisma based.
Yeah, they are, unless I'm missing something.
So yes, your proficiency for your Blade of Annihilation is 2. Your charisma bonus and half level is 3. So you have plus 4. Yeah, plus you'll have, let's see, 3, 4, let's see, Mon plus half level plus 5, plus you'll have a damage bonus. So yeah, you're going to be plus 5 to hit for charisma. Now, also you'll need to look at one of your feats, which is, I believe it's Infernal Pact Reward. Your Infernal Pact Reward is going to give you bonus damage if you hit, so don't forget to add that as well. So let's go ahead and do your roll. Let's see if you hit. And
Wow.
you rolled a crit. So no, all right. So let's.
Second roll, second crit.
Very nice. So the way it works, natural 20 is a crit. A natural 1 is an automatic fail, and you forfeit the rest of your turn. So you did max. The way it works in 4th edition is you do max damage. So you don't have a magical item or anything. So go ahead and your max damage would be. Let's see. Eldritch Bolt says
113 plus 20, I think, including Infernal Pact.
yeah, it says on a hit, Eldritch Bolt does 1d10 plus Charisma Force damage. So you'll automatically do 10 plus your Charisma modifier, which is a 3. So there's 13. Now don't forget that your Infernal Pact Reward gives you a bonus of 2 plus your Constitution. So there's
18.
15, yes, plus your Con, which is 18 damage for a bolt. That's pretty insane. So as
At
your
level 1, it is.
exactly. So your Eldritch Bolt flies out from the end of your sword, dead target, right on, locked onto the target, hits the kobold. The kobold literally explodes. Kobold scales, teeth, weapons, and a suit of armor just kind of fall on the ground. Boop.
That's lovely.
So he is dead. Nice shot. First kill. Alright, so your movement's down, your standard action's down, and you have a minor action and a free action. So you can speak for a free action, and you can also do whatever you want for a minor, if you have anything that you can use a minor on. What's up, Twitchy?
I've got a automatic free, but I don't think I have a minor unless it's an encounter power or something like that.
Yeah, you can yell something at the kobolds like, "Take that!"
I was going to say, if you allow me, I'll do an intimidation check, but I doubt that's going to happen.
No.
Like yelling out some intimidating words, but I doubt that's going to happen.
You could still yell out the intimidating words without the check, though, so I wouldn't mind that. That'd be pretty funny.
Nah, not yet until I kill a couple more.
Alright. So, Rack, you're up now.
Okay, my movement is
The old Slayer Fighter is up. I love that song,
right in front of
Grubel.
him,
Sounds like a winner.
and I'm going to swing with my great axe. So that's
Okay.
a D12 plus 7. No, it's D20 plus 7.
Correct. Yeah, any of your attacks are always D20. So you're going to be, that's going to be strength based. So if you're doing a normal attack, there you go.
And I probably missed.
A 12 is definitely a miss.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, but you have an action point. Everybody has an action point, which an action point means that you can take another action, which you can do another standard, you can do another minor. But I mean, I don't think I'd burn it right now, but you can if you
I'll
want.
keep it.
Yeah,
Everybody. Next
yeah,
turn.
everybody always starts with one action point. So, all right, so you've charged in, you've missed, and now we have a kobold. And this kobold in the very northwest corner of the quarry, he does move up several squares. He stands on the ledge, and he is launching a javelin. And he is launching a javelin at the fighter for encroaching into his territory.
Joy.
And that is a 17 versus armor class. And your
My
armor
armor
class
is 17.
Alright, so the 17 does hit. So you take a an amount of 4 damage.
Okay.
All right, and that is it for the kobolds. And he just snarls and tells you that all the intruders will die. All right, next up is the kobolds aren't very kobolds aren't very scary. They think they're tough, but I'll tell you what, there's some pretty tough kobolds in 4th edition though, but not at level 1.
They have the small dog complex.
Yeah, they do. All right, you're up there, Sandman. With the Sun Cleric. So sorry guys, this is a little bit slower paced game, but we have new players in here, and we're just kind of taking our time and enjoying the game because I don't want them to be overwhelmed with 3,000 rules.
Go right up next to this guy.
Okay. I think it's only
going
fair to
hit
do
him
with new players.
Blessing of
Positioning
Battle.
is not next to enemy.
Yeah, he wants to hit you.
All right, so you said you were going to cast Blessing of Battle?
Blessing of Battle.
Ah,
All
never
right.
mind. I thought you were swinging at someone.
Blessing of Battle, I believe, it's an at-will.
It's an at-will, and I'm using my Warhammer.
Okay. Does the Warhammer have a reach of 2?
Oh, did I stop with... I thought there was somebody in that space right in front of me.
Yeah, there is. The fighter.
Oh, that's a fighter?
Yeah, it is.
Sorry about that. I didn't see... I thought it was a kobold. It's really hard for me to see on this screen.
Yeah, this...
Sandman came together with me, and we're going to kill the party.
Well, in that case, I'd like to
Conspiracy.
move up one square next to the fighter.
Sure thing, man.
Now we'll do the Blessing of Battle.
That was awesome, Sam, man. Oh, he looks like a kobold.
I'm not that ugly.
I know, roll for charisma.
What's your charisma?
8.
Oh yeah, you're ugly.
You could almost, with an 8, you could almost pass as a tall kobold.
Thanks.
He must be the leader of the kobold.
$16 versus armor class.
Oh yeah, 20 is
Or
a hit.
20, I mean.
Yeah, most definitely. That's definitely a hit. Wow,
damage.
max damage. Yeah,
Nice.
this kobold tries to. He sees you charging in, and he puts his javelin up, and you crack with your mace. You crack right through that wooden spear, and you just cave the entire side of his head in, and he just falls down on the ground motionless. Twitches a few times, but he is incapacitated.
Okay, I'm going to give the effect is you or one of your allies within 5 squares gains resistance to all damage until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So I will give that to the fighter.
Alright, sounds good.
Thank you.
I will add a heart here to represent resistance.
And
that'll
that
remind me.
resistance is equal to my Constitution modifier.
And what is that, a 3
That
or
is
4?
3.
Okay. Alright, so next up is the dead kobold. Next up is Feanor. You're up now.
Okay, just a quick question. The kobolds,
Sure.
do they have the equipment that we see on the map, like double swords or whatever they are?
No, those are just token miniatures. They're basically all wielding wooden javelins and spears, and they all have just javelins, multiple javelins.
Okay, so I can assume that every one of them has a ranged attack.
Correct. What you've seen so far, you saw one of the kobolds in the very northwestern corner of the dig of the excavation. He did launch a javelin towards the fighter, but he missed. But yes, but
Okay.
you see several javelins sticking up from their backs and their packs and everything. So
Right. That thing in front of me, is that some sort of tree or something?
hey, what's up, Drew
On the
Black? Yes,
right
we
side
are
of the
doing a
screen?
game. It is a Western game. Now, okay, now this pit is 5 feet lower. Now everything around on the dirt, that is 5 foot above. If that answers your question.
So I can. So is there any obstacle to me moving around? So like, say, if I wanted to move along the right side of the screen, like the far right, would I be hindered in any way?
Well, you're on a rock right now, so where your token's at, you'll move normally. But if you want to jump off of the rock, you'll just have to do like a simple acrobatics check to get down to make sure you land. If you land okay, or if you want to use 2 movements, you can just kind of slide your way, off of the rock. So obstacles present different types of movement. So if you're here, that's 1 square, that's 2 square, that's 3. Now, if you wanted to get down without an acrobatics check, you could just do 5. It'll cost you 2, and you won't have to do a roll.
I don't want to get down. No.
No, I'm just giving you an example if you wanted to get down. So I'm just trying to help out with rules and stuff like that. So, but yeah, if you want to move, it's just a flat 1. I mean, as long as you just stay on the rock, it's not going to impede your movement at all.
Okay. So what's the range of my short bow? I couldn't find that anywhere.
Let's see. You can go to on the character sheet. It should have a. Let's see. Is there anything
Ranged weapons.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. I'll have to add another column.
Oh yeah, right. I can see
15
that,
to 30.
Yeah, it's 15 squares, and then you'll have a negative modifier at more than 15. So I thought I put a properties column on that sheet, so I'll have to write that down and add that on there.
Okay, well, 15 should be enough to get pretty much nearly anywhere, I guess, with the bow.
On this map, yeah, man, probably just about.
Okay. So
Let's see,
can I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, you can hit anywhere on this map, basically.
Okay. So is there some sort of cover anywhere? Like, can I move ahead maybe 1 or 2 squares, then get a little bit of cover somewhere, and then shoot at one of the kobolds from there?
There's nothing on top of the rock. No, it's a pretty flat surface on the rock.
Okay.
That's why you don't have an impeding movement. It's pretty much flat.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of rough, and but it's not impeding your movement though.
Yeah.
It's flat.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just shoot at the kobold. I'm not sure how you do those pings on the map that you guys did just before.
No, you just hold down the left mouse button on the target or wherever you want to.
All right. Okay.
Just hold down
the
left.
Like this.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. Right. Okay. That was
Easy peasy. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's the
I'll
good
just
thing
shoot
about
it.
Roll20. Everything in Roll20 is easy. Except for making a character sheet. Then you got to have a PhD degree to make one of those. So.
Yeah, well, I might be forced to do that soonish to make a few character sheets, but it doesn't matter. I'll shoot at that kobold. At this one.
But yes, tonight is a game. It is a Wild Western game. All right. So when you hit your macro, when you hit the D20 macro, it's going to ask you 2 questions. It's going to ask you how many dice do you want to roll, which you're rolling 120-sided.
Yeah, right.
And then the second one is your total modifier. So I didn't go over that previously.
That's +4, I guess, for my short bow. It says bonus hit on my character sheet. It says bonus hit +4.
That would be
short
it.
bow. Okay, so I just put in +4 there.
You could just put in 4. You don't have to put +4.
Okay.
It'll recognize it as a positive part of the formula.
Okay, 12. So I'm guessing that's not enough.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. And I can move if I wanted to, right after the attack.
Yeah, as long as you don't make a movement, you can do your actions in any order that you choose.